And today is Friday, February 3rd, 2017. I'm going to address something that comes up time and time again and is a very valid question. And you can see this comment by Rustys Dirtworks, who says, "You beat up WSO for charging money or asking for money, yet you do the very same thing. What makes you any different than they are? You only parasite other YouTube sites under the guise of debunking, but you show no proof. You just expect everyone to believe you. I think someone needs to debunk you as the hack you are." And as you can see, I've responded to Rusty saying, the difference, Rusty, is that I get paid a pittance for telling the truth by exposing liars, hoaxes and charlatans. But WSO gets paid quite handsomely for telling lies and spreading disinformation or misinformation. I back up everything I say with proof. If you dispute that, you're welcome to debunk me, and you can even come back and post a link to your debunking video right here, because unlike channels like WSO, Steve Olson, I allow open and balanced discussion instead of deleting negative comments and banning people like Steve Olson does. So go right ahead. And there's quite a long thread. This has got 60 comments, 60 plus comments on it, and I can provide a link in the description area so you can go and check out all of the comments and my responses. Rusty comes back and asks some more questions and I respond to him. But the point is that this question about getting paid comes up time and time again. Now, I started debunking nonsense back in 2011 following the Christchurch earthquake, which killed nearly 200 people and caused a lot of fear and anxiety. And at the time I was debunking a New Zealand man by the name of Ken Ring, who was predicting that there was going to be a massive earthquake in Christchurch on the 20th of March 2011. And I researched all the major earthquakes in New Zealand going back to 1843, checked them against the phases of the moon, and found that there was no correlation, and that is where my debunking work started. Now, my point is that for 4 whole years I worked on and uploaded debunking videos for no reward whatsoever other than the satisfaction of debunking the lies and hoaxes that I was exposing. I did not receive any monetary gain from those videos, but after 4 years of seeing the people that I was debunking raking in money from their lies, hoaxes and disinformation, I thought to myself, damn it, if I'm going to do this work, debunking these guys, then why shouldn't I receive a small amount of recompense for my work? So I bit the bullet and I went ahead and I monetized my videos, which means that I receive a small amount of money from views of my videos through the advertising revenue that YouTube, Google Plus receive. I get paid a small amount. There is a threshold of New Zealand $130 that my account must hit before I will receive a payment, which means that I don't receive a payment sometimes for several months, and I'll expand on that in a minute. I've also been criticized because I have a PayPal link in the description area and on the About tab of my channel, which I should say is almost never used. I could probably count on my fingers how many times I have received donations from people. But of course, when I do receive donations, it is gratefully received, very much appreciated, because the amount that I actually receive on the views of my videos from the advertising revenue is a pittance. And we're going to take a look at that right now. So I'm going to open that up to you. And this is just a summary that I've done just using Note, but I will show you the AdSense page in just a minute so that you can see I'm not making this up. So for example, this financial year from April the 1st, 2016, you can see the breakdown here of payments that I received per month. And remember what I said, I don't actually receive anything in my bank account until my balance hits $130 New Zealand. So you can see that for April I earned $26.17, May $21.15, June $24.14, July $20.64, August $18.84, September $31.16, and that was 6 months. And it was 6 months worth of videos before my account reached the threshold of $130 New Zealand. So on October 21st, 2016, I received a payment of $142.10 into my bank account. That's New Zealand dollars. But as you see, when I do the breakdown there, when I divide the month by the number of days, I'm earning sometimes the likes of 87 cents per day or $6.09 per week. And you know, not everything is as meager as that. I have had some good months. For example, November 2016, I earned for the month $129.57 New Zealand dollars, which worked out to a whopping $4.32 per day or $30.24 per week. And it took 2 months in that case for me to cross the $130 payment threshold. So I received a payment on the 22nd of December of $237.86. And yes, this is declared. I have to declare this income. I have mentioned that I suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. I am actually on welfare. I cannot work full-time as much as I would like to, as much as I used to. So this is actually a welcome little bonus when it does arrive. But yes, I do have to declare it, otherwise I would get myself into a world of trouble for earning income that I was not declaring. Now, I told you that I would go to the AdSense page. This is the last month for December 2016, and if I scroll up you can see that I don't have any transactions for January because the amounts for that period have not yet been processed. Okay, but I can estimate using my information from YouTube what my current earnings are. The estimated earnings for January 2017 is New Zealand dollars $81.60, which is $2.63 per day. If I times that by 7, that's $18.41 per week. So you can see that Dazza the cameraman is absolutely raking it in by debunking the fearmongers, liars, charlatans and hoaxes on YouTube. Oh, and I nearly forgot to scroll down here so that you can see that I am telling the truth about my income. You can see each month, month by month there, with the running balance and the earnings per month. So let's go back to 1st of April 2016, and obviously as my channel grows I do tend to earn more money rather than less, but that depends on how many videos I'm putting up, how many views they get, and various factors. So next time somebody says to me, who do you work for and how much do you get paid? Well, now you know just how much Dazza the cameraman is getting paid for all of his hard work. So in reply to Rustys Dirtworks, I hope that clarifies some of your questions. Now, wouldn't it be interesting to see liars, hoaxes and fearmongers such as WSO Steve Olsen and Scott Sione from Nibiru Planet X 2016, BP Earthwatch, Secure Team, and the many other fearmongers that I debunk to lay their cards on the table and show us all how much they're earning from their lies and disinformation. Thank you for watching. Hello YouTube, this is Dazza the cameraman. Today is Friday, February 3rd, 2017. I'm going to address something that comes up time and time again and is a very valid question. And you can see this comment by Rustys Dirtworks, who says, you beat up WSO for charging money or asking for money, yet you do the very same thing. What makes you any different than they are? You only parasite other YouTube sites under the guise of debunking, but you show no proof. You just expect everyone to believe you. I think someone needs to debunk you as the hack you are. And as you can see, I've responded to Rusty, saying the difference, Rusty, is that I get paid a pittance for telling the truth by exposing liars, hoaxes and charlatans. But WSO gets paid quite handsomely for telling lies and spreading disinformation or misinformation. I back up everything I say with proof. If you dispute that, you're welcome to debunk me, and you can even come back and post the link to your debunking video right